Hello and welcome to the Bruce-Konuah household.
The household. Yeah, to be fair, it is the household. Why is it the household, Robert?
Cost of living. We did one shoot in the
We done one
we
shoot.
did one shoot in the studio and we said, yeah, cost of living.
No, because when we start getting guests, then we're probably going to go back to the studio. So it's missing our matching, but that's okay. Missing our matching. My name is Kyra Bruce-Konuah and I'm sick again. I'm sick again.
Always sick. Yesterday, yeah, I borderline didn't know if he was going to make it. Honestly, I was so concerned. And then you wanted to be like almost throwing up and stuff.
How can you say almost like I want it to be? Do you think it was a choice?
The bucket's even still there. You even take the bucket. I'm Robert Bruce-Konuah, husband to Kyra.
Sounds nice when you say that.
It sounds nice.
No,
right?
but that was always your name. It's not like it changed, did it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm the same person.
You're just the same.
I'm the same.
It's me having the trouble when I go to all my nurse's appointment.
I find that so rude. You said this to someone the other day that you've never had to have trouble with someone spelling out your name.
I've never.
And I thought it was so rude.
How is it rude? It's straight facts. Before, my surname was Williams. Ain't nobody struggled with Williams. Now, every single antenatal appointment. So your name is definitely double barrel, yes?
Is that what they say?
That's what they said today. They said your name is definitely double barrel.
And then when they try to pronounce the second name, what do they say?
I just do it for them. I don't even let them struggle. They'll be like Kyra Bruce, and they'll be like Konuah. I just don't have the time for it. I can't see you. What's the word? I want to say eliminating, but it's not eliminating.
It's not eliminating.
Obliterating.
What a word.
Yes.
I can't obliterating my name.
I don't know if obliterating.
No, obliterating is like to blowing it to smithereens.
Yeah. Can't see you doing that to my name. How dare you?
Yeah, no, I apologize about that. But I also do not apologize because we are one joint venture.
But anyways, what's been happening this week, babes?
This week has been a nice week. Thank you to everyone for your well wishes, first and foremost. It's been so heartwarming just to receive all of the well wishes on different walks of life. I went to work today, yeah. There was people finding out for the first time. So like, congratulations. But that was nice. But we'll talk more about pregnancy. But this week we did something quite cool.
Yeah. What did we do?
We went to your cousin's wedding.
This was Robert's first Caribbean wedding.
Yeah.
But
I've never been to a Caribbean wedding before.
I don't really think there's a thing about a Caribbean wedding. I just feel like it's a normal wedding, but just with Caribbean food and music.
A little bit. Like, I feel like there's a vibe that's different. Because I've been to British weddings. I've been to African weddings. I've been to one Asian wedding. Mm-hmm. So there is a little bit of a vibe. I feel like with the African and the Asian wedding, there's more like, in this culture, we do this. But the Caribbean weddings are good. I enjoy it.
The reason why we're bringing up my cousin's wedding is because Robert and I basically hosted it, where I was flipping shook. I was shook down to my core. Because as much as like, do you know what it is? I think when I was younger, I used to go around telling my family members that I really wanted to be a presenter. And I feel like up to this day, they still see me as like, Kyra will be a presenter. And I'm like, I just like, if the opportunity came along and I had some practice, cool, great. Practice. That is the key word. Not just chucked in the deep end. Robert, how did it go?
I actually thought it went all right. Like, I'm not too mad at how the wedding went. I think it was good. Like, we had fun. The only clanger, you had one clang.
Oh my gosh, don't call it that.
It was a clang. I don't know what else you can call it.
It was an absolute shock horror.
It was shock horror.
It was a shocker.
All right, let me set the scene.
Absolute shocker.
The wedding party's coming into the wedding. So we're calling the names one by one for people to come out to the wedding.
I hate this.
We said we're going back for back. We had the names on a cue card.
Don't say it like that, Robert.
This is how the story went. I told you I'm setting the scene.
Yeah, I know, but you're making me sound stupid already.
No. You're not stupid. It was a mistake. We've all made this sort of mistake before.
Yeah,
but the names are on the cue card. And I've called out the names of my names who I'm welcoming to the floor. Do you remember their names? Do you remember what it was?
Yes, Derek and Tanisha. How can I ever forget?
So I've said, welcome into the wedding. Everyone make some noise. It's Derek and Tanisha.
And then they came in
they danced.
dancing. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. And then, guys, I'm dyspraxic. I don't know if that applies.
You always pull this one.
No, because my eyes just went, like, I was like, oh, who's next? Who's next? And do you know what it is? The next person's name was called Tarek. Why they got similar rhyming names? Now you're trying to confuse me. So what happened, Robert?
So I've called Derek and Tanisha to the floor. Derek and Tanisha have come in. They've done their dance. The music stopped, getting ready for the next next people. And Kyra has said, and welcome into the reception, Derek and Tanisha. And honestly, it was like tumbleweed ascended in that wedding.
No.
Because they were already on the floor. So everyone's all shuffling like.
No, it wasn't even tumbleweed. Do you know what I heard? I heard a, huh? Not just a, huh? I heard somebody else say, oh. And I was just like, honestly, Robert, I wanted to cry. I wanted the world to like swallow me up right at that moment. You know when you read in a book and they're like, I wanted the world to swallow me up. I wanted it like there, swallow me, swallow me, swallow me. And I was thinking, damn, how am I going to style this out? I was thinking, is Robert going to help me? I think I looked at you. Robert was not businessing. He did not care. I was just like, okay.
No, it was at the point that if I jump in, it's going to make it look worse for you.
Yeah.
So I thought, honey, I'm doing this for the greater good of you. Run that back. Just do
I was
it
like,
again.
oh, sorry, guys. Derek and whoever. I was like, damn.
What else is going on this week? Big shouts out to Mikkel and Samantha though.
Yes, we love you, Mikkel and Sam.
That wedding was absolutely beautiful.
It was
Venue
vibes.
was nice. The church was nice. The dress.
There was soca. Oh, it was great.
Yeah, shout out to Smooth Wago, DJ the whole night, done his thing as well.
It was great.
It was good, man. Wicked wedding. What else has been going on this week? This week was busy, to be fair.
It was busy for you.
Absolutely busy. On Monday, I think I had filming with Complex for something cool that's coming out. I don't know when it's dropping, but that was cool. Mobo Awards on Wednesday.
Yeah, how was that?
Did the red carpet. It was cool. It was a little bit cold. There was a lot of jostling for space, but we ended up speaking to some really cool people. We spoke to
Anthony Joshua.
And he
said that you're a midget.
He basically said I was short. Anthony Joshua said I was short.
You're tiny.
I can't even go into the story too much, but I'll break it down quickly. I looked up at him and I was like, oh, you're tall. And I was presenting with another girl. Shout out to Wumi. And then Wumi was like, you're making us look short. And Anthony Joshua was like, oh, it's fine. When you're a girl, it's all right. You can be petite. So I'm just there looking like.
Yeah. But when you're a boy, it's trash.
And I'm just looking at his arm. His arm was like the size of my head. His bicep was the size of my head. And his fist was the size of my belly.
What?
He was big.
I want to laugh, but I've already heard you bust this joke on Capital Extra. You be rinsing the same jokes.
Why you do me like that? It wasn't even a joke. It was the reality.
But I be hearing you say the same jokes on air.
It's how I feel.
And this week, what are you bringing to the table?
You know what I'm bringing to the table? We've got a new show that we're watching. If anyone needs a show that they need to watch, I would highly recommend This Is Us.
It's actually a really good show. But do you know what it is? I don't know if people have already watched it and we're
late to the party.
But it's so good. I don't know why it's so good though. Because it's actually not that good.
I feel like the characters are likable. Mm-hmm. And because of the way they jump between
past, present, future.
It makes you think like, oh, how did they get from this to this? And then when they link it, it's like, oh, mad. But then it's weird because we're watching it and we're late. We know we've got 6 episodes to get through. So seasons to get through. So it must have been popping for them to get to the 6. And if it started like this and we're still in season 1. Yeah. So yeah, This Is Us.
So as you may know, we dropped on Instagram and our socials that we are having a little baba, which is wild.
It's mad to say out loud.
I think not even to say it out loud, but I just can't believe the rest of the world knows. And not the rest of the world, because who are we? We're not Beyonce and Jay-Z or whatever, but just in the sense that our social family now know. Crazy.
So overwhelming. And everyone that's reaching out for congratulations, it felt just so like strange. And on one hand, I feel like people that are parents already are gassed. They're like, welcome. Like, it feels like we've crossed over to a new realm of thinking. The amount of people that are sending messages like, get your sleep in. Don't worry, the sleep is hard, but having kids is a joy. It's the best thing ever. I love being that. This is some of the messages that
I've not really had that. I don't think I have people within my socials who have babies. Well, not within my socials, but people who are comfortable enough to reach out to me and say, oh, like, get your sleep in, whatever. Like, I have not had that. I've had like maybe one message where it's like, oh, you guys will be the best parents. Like, I have a child and I know you guys will do well. But that's just one comment. Whereas everything else has been, I can't believe you're having a baby. I can't believe you're going to be a mom. Even now, like, my cheeks are just burning just thinking about it. Like, we dropped it whilst I was working. You were in a meeting. I'm not going to lie. That day at work, could I even focus? Absolutely not.
People are still messaging and still finding out, and it was great. Just, I don't know, feeling the love. You know, when you feel the love, it felt like everyone in the different fields and stuff where they work, everything just dropped, and it was just pure happiness and pure joy, and people sharing and stuff. Do you know what else has been nice? And obviously, I won't like give away no secrets, but the amount of people that have said they're expecting as well, but the world doesn't. Right. That has been interesting to sort of see, because that was us. We kept you hidden for time.
Kept you
hidden, you and the baby hidden.
I was like, who? The baby? It took it to the baby. But no, it was, I think people would invite you to events, and I would be like your plus one, and I'll be like, I don't really have a dress that can cover the bump, or the Black Panther premiere, I couldn't find anything to wear, so I was just like, you know what, I won't go. And it wasn't the fact that we didn't want to hide. It wasn't our plan to hide baby for so long, but just
why did we even,
when we found out, it was an unusual, it wasn't an unusual day, but basically Robert and I were getting work done in our house, and our house was just mash up. We weren't really comfy because there were builders in and out of our house. Sometimes we couldn't even have a wash in our bathroom. Like, I was doing bucket baths downstairs in the kitchen.
Did you have to do that?
Yeah.
What was I doing? I never did that.
No, because you were going to the gym and to your mum's house. I was not showering in the dirty gym.
Yeah, the gym was dirty, I can't lie.
Nah, especially when you told me that the water was
trails.
Grim. Explain that.
So in the gym, sorry, side note, in the gym, all of the showers were connected. If you've been to a gym like this, you'll understand. So if you're at shower number 1, it felt like your water would drain down to shower number 4. But I was always at number 1.
Nasty,
so
man.
But it was still nasty. There used to be like flies in the shower. Anyway,
flies.
Continue. Yeah.
So I was missing all of that out, and I would be having bucket baths downstairs in the kitchen. But so I remember we were watching Glastonbury on TV, and then Robert went upstairs to bed, and I was just like sorting out downstairs, tidying up, whatever. But something didn't feel right. Something felt not off, but something felt different. And I don't know, like if you're Christian or like you have a faith, it felt like something was trying to tell me something.
Is that how you felt?
I couldn't tell what it was. So when I went to bed, I think you had a shower and then I had a shower. And then when I eventually got into bed, I said to you, I was like, something doesn't feel right. Like, I don't know what's going to happen, but something's going to happen. And I said to you, are all of the doors locked? Can you check if our back door is locked? And I think you checked and you're like, everything's fine. And I was just like, like, I don't know what it could be, but it was just the sense of knowing that something was going to change. That's crazy.
When you say it like that, it's a bit scary.
It's actually crazy because I knew, but I didn't know. I didn't know.
Yeah, so I remember when you were saying that, like, you're like, something's not right. The door's locked. And I was thinking, it's just Kyra being Kyra. But also because you'd come off what was in between contraception at the time. So I was thinking, the hormones and...
Oh, you thought it was hormones?
Yeah. I thought like, when you do these things that change your body, if you change something, stuff could be like that. Like, never once did I think it's a baby. Like, I even thought it's almost impossible, but it goes to know how much I know. It goes to show how much I know. I have a clue. So I thought, it must be hormones or something like that. But I remember that time you saying like, check the door. And was it the day after?
The day after.
All right. Yeah, go on.
So the day after... No, you were on TV.
So the day after I was on TV, if you're listening to the podcast and you get to this part, message me and I'll show you the picture. It's on my Instagram of what TV show I was on in particular. And I just remember it was a cool day. The builders were here. They were annoying, but even that day they were a bit all right because they was cracking jokes and it was just fine. And then, did you come to me? What happened? Did you come to me?
I don't even know, but I remember one instance with the builders. I don't know whether this was a couple days before or what, but I remember going up to every single one of the builders and I said, what are you doing to my house? Because something stinks in my house, smell like rotten egg. And one of the builders was like, oh, maybe it's old bricks and we've drilled into old bricks. And I was like, well, can you fix it? Because it doesn't smell right. I was opening our fridge and our fridge just stank. And I was like, okay, when the builders go, I'm going to have to clean and wipe out the fridge. But little did I know.
Yeah, Kyra kept saying, can you smell that? Can you smell something? Can you smell something? And she said it so much to the point that I thought I could smell something or any little smell I was picking up on. So I was like, like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? And then how did you say we should take a test?
I said we should take a test because the way how Robert and I were, you know, I literally said to my friend, I said, if I'm not pregnant, then I will go to the doctors and double check that my eggs and his eggs, well, you don't have eggs, your sperm. I will double check that it's all right. Because the way that we were up in the ramping shop, like if we did not get pregnant, then something was wrong. I don't know if I'm going to keep that in. But yeah, so I think it just came to a point where I was like, you know what? We just need to do a test. And I think it was the fact that was I late? I wasn't even late.
No, because you was in between contraception. We just didn't even know what was going on anymore. And that's the reason we came off, just so we can get to some sort of normality. But you just said we should take a test. So we literally bantered it.
No, I never bantered it.
When we was running up the stairs. Like, what if it's positive?
No, but I was almost certain.
We ran up the stairs laughing and like, imagine it's positive.
Yeah, but I was like, we should get a pregnancy test. You were like, no, we don't need one. I was like, nah, Robert, we need one. Like, let me clear my mind. Please. And then that's when we were running up the stairs like absolute fools.
Yeah. So I went to go get the test, came back. We were literally, come on, let's go. Imagine if it's positive.
And you know what the thing is that Robert and I were like, oh, should we record it? And you were like, nah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nah.
Like, no.
We're not having a pregnancy. We're not having a baby. You're not pregnant.
It wasn't, not in a bad way, but it wasn't what we said we were going to do.
As in like?
In our view of our life of,
yeah,
we're going to do this and we're going to do that. And we hadn't even been in the house. We hadn't been married a year.
No.
At that time, hadn't been
I think
married
that's what messed me up.
Really?
Like, it didn't mess me up because it was a mixture of emotions when I found out, but it was more the fact that like I really wanted us to travel. Because as I said in the previous episode, just seeing your little face when we went Portugal, like if that's your face when you go to Portugal, let me see you in the Caribbean, let me see you in Thailand, let me see you in Asia, like let me see the happiness. And I wanted to do that before a baby because I know what I'm like. I'm not going to want to leave my child with any of our parents. I mean, I probably will, but how would I go abroad with you knowing that my baby's at home? Like, how can I feel that peace? And, well,
we have to cross that bridge when we get there. But
yeah.
Kyra's being humble. Kyra's reaction was awful. When
we hadn't got to that part.
Oh, okay. So we done the test now. It's in the bathroom. This was my reaction when I saw it. First of all, if you can't see me, my face, my mouth was just open. Oh my days. I said, oh my days. I literally said, oh my days. I said, what? Oh my days. That is how I literally reacted. 2 twos now. Kyra's going to tell hers, but let me just tell you hers. Oh my gosh.
Was it like that?
It was so erratic that I had to jump out of my reaction to come and now console my wife and be like, oh, it's okay. Like, ooh. I wanted to say natri. That means like calm down.
Oh my gosh.
If there was a word I could say, it would be natri. Like chill, natri. It's okay.
Yeah, guys, I'm not gonna lie. I was expecting it, but I don't think you'll ever be prepared. Yeah. Like, even thinking about it now, I don't remember your reaction at all.
Yeah, it's not using your own world.
I just know that I was shook. And then I remember that you walked me to our bedroom and then you sat me on the bed.
Yeah.
And you're like, it's okay. It's okay. Like, we're in this together. It's okay. And I just remember just hyperventilating.
Oh, you literally almost hyperventilated.
I think I did.
Yeah. It was not. What did I do? How did we even come out of that?
Well, you had to go to work.
And I went to go get more tests before work. Do you remember?
Did you? What, to double check?
Yeah, to be double sure. I think I got
Bruh.
3, done all 3, and it's like, yeah, we ain't bust case. Like, got you.
Baby, you said I'm staying.
But before then, I'd always like played around like, let's have a baby. Like, but as
you would say it all the time. You'd be like, oh, like, she have a baby. And I'm like, what? It always used to confuse me. Like, I didn't know if you were telling the truth or like if you really, obviously, like, I knew that we both wanted to have a baby. One day. But I was just like, what? You used to play these jokes. I'd be like, just you wait. One day this baby's going to come, you know, because you're saying it so much.
The reality of it is like sometimes you feel like you want to be at a certain stage or you want to
point
done
of your life,
certain things, and a kid sometimes you can feel like it's going to stop you from doing this stuff.
Yeah.
So I think that was our main apprehensions about like, okay, let's wait. What do we used to say? 3 years and we'll see.
Yeah, we used to say when we're 30.
When we're 30, then we'll start
I
thinking
personally
about it.
felt as though 30 was a bit late. Like, I'm not going to lie, I secretly wanted a baby, but like, obviously, it wasn't going to be a thing where I was going to, you know, pop your condom or something like that or like do something crazy. But I secretly wanted a baby, but I knew I wasn't ready, if that makes sense.
In your own mind.
But I think it was more because I guess that's what society paints as the next steps. Like, oh, you're married. Oh, you have a house. And I know like our house isn't fully complete the way how we want it, but it was just like, oh, like a little baby.
What you do?
A little baby would be cute.
Yeah,
like I'm ready to give a baby like all my love, but yeah, like I don't think I was ready.
I feel with us as well, it's like we feel younger than what we are. Like we feel like maybe because we're the first to get married in our friendship groups, we're the youngest in our families, like we feel like babies adulting. So it just felt like young. That's like we even told our parents straight away.
Yeah.
And thinking about it, like, we're grown people. Like, we don't actually have to do that.
Do you know what it was? Is that we went and we told your parents, and then we were like, so what do we do? And your mum was just like, there's nothing that you do. I was thinking, right, like, don't you go to the hospital straight away? Like, what do I do? And she's just like, nope, you have to wait. And it was the fact that we found out so early that we had to wait ages for our 12-week scan, and that's what killed me.
Yeah, because they always say, like, until 12 weeks, like, don't even think about it. We knew nothing about we didn't know nothing about contraception. Like, we didn't know anything about anything.
Literally. Like, I remember when we got married, I went to a clinic. Never in my life have I been to a clinic. Never. And then went to a clinic, was talking to the nurse. And like, do you know what? When I went to that clinic, I went to the clinic in Soho because it was near my workplace. They were really, really nice there. They were so nice to the point where I was thinking to change my jobs and become a nurse because they were so nice. But I was literally like to her, look, like, I've never been on contraception for my whole life. Like, I don't know how this works. So she was schooling me through all of the different types of contraception, and I ended up choosing the patch, which you stick on. But I don't know if it's a good idea because you stick it on for 4 weeks, and then when it's your 5th week, you take it off. I may have got this wrong.
Wasn't it like 3 and then on the 4th week? I can't
Yeah,
remember. Yeah,
it was one of
3
them.
And then on the 4th.
I think I went back again to get a re-up, and I think we were going on holiday, or maybe we were thinking about going on holiday, and I was like, oh, if I go on holiday, where do I wear my patch? Because blah blah. And I think she was just talking about, oh, you wear it around the bikini area and then your swimsuit can cover it. But then she did say, if you don't want to bleed, because it's not actually a real period, if you don't want to bleed whilst you're on holiday, you could just leave it on for however many weeks and then just take it off. Wow. And that's what confused me because I started leaving that patch on for time. Like, I'll take it off at the end of every week, but I'll just put another one on, and then I wasn't bleeding. And then I think because I had never been on contraception before, I started to get scared because I was like, what is this doing to my body? This lady says even when I do take it off, it's not an actual period. So no eggs are being released. And like, it was
just all mumbo jumbo number 5 and feeling weird and
just bare science. Like, and I just wasn't understanding. So eventually I just took it off so I can have like my proper period. And then took it off.
And that's that, kids.
And that's that.
Contraception works. Because when you don't use it,
you get a baby.
We have to try our best not to spoil this child, you know, because it's a weird feeling. It's a weird feeling, especially viewing a pregnancy, because I feel like as a guy, sometimes you can feel a little bit powerless because your body's changing and you're having all of these symptoms. And some of them are good, some of them are bad. Like, and it's just hard to watch. But it makes you feel things intensely. Like, it makes you feel all of your emotions intensely. And I'm the sort of person, I'm very chill, very relaxed.
Yeah.
Ghanaian, you know how we be, like, just very chill. But now I feel things a bit more intensely than how I did before. And I'm a bit more intentional with just everything and what am I using my time on? What am I wasting my time on? Because there's no time to be wasted. And I guess the paternal thing kicks in of, okay, let's build this house. Okay, that is not good enough. That needs to get done. If I'm going to DIY it myself, I'm going to contact these people. All right, how much is that going to cost? All right, we need to do this. And that's how it sort of resulted in my sort of life. And then I also get now why people talk about their kids so much. Like, I used to think, like, have you got nothing else to talk about apart from your kids?
No,
like,
stop that. That's rude.
No, but like, because parents who love their kids.
Yeah.
And now every time the baby kicks, I'm so proud. Like, yes, you're kicking.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
I do get proper proud. I'm just like, look at you moving. Go on, baby.
On that 12-week scan, the baby was like moving.
Yeah.
I was like, yes, the baby's dancing.
Yeah. And I think also the woman was like, oh, not a lot of babies have been moving today, but your baby's really moving. I was like, that's my child. Son. That's my child.
Yeah, I just want to pattern everything up, make sure everything's fine for when the baby comes, make sure the house is baby proof, and go from there. I think we're nesting is what they call it right now.
Are we nesting?
Well, it should be. We should start like now. It's crunch time. Like,
yeah, we should be.
Is there anything you're scared about?
I think, what am I scared about? I think I'm scared of letting baby go.
Mm-hmm.
Letting baby go in the sense of, I know baby has so many family members that love him or her. And I just, like, I've been growing this baby for so long. So I think just watching somebody else who's not me or you hold baby or like look after the baby, I don't know how I'm gonna work with that. Like, I'm gonna have to, because I'm gonna be absolutely knackered. But how? Like, I'm scared of being this overprotective mother. Like, I feel like a lion, and a lion looking after their cubs. And if anyone comes close to my family, I'ma scrap your face off. Like, that's what it feels like. What about you? What are you scared of?
What am I scared of? I'm scared of, like, how do you parent? Like, how do you know how to parent other than watching the examples that you've been given? I've been given some great examples, but there's some stuff is like, what's my parenting style gonna be? Like, am I gonna be firm enough? Am I gonna be too kind and too best friendly? Am I gonna be around enough? Am I working just trying to provide for? But it's got to be done. Like, we're looking at what maternity leave looks like and all of that sort of stuff, and it just gives everything a different purpose. Like, these wood planks, one of them kept falling. Well, it can't fall. Like, it can't fall when the baby's here.
Bust up baby's head.
Bust the baby's head. Do you know what I mean? It can't do that. And it's just getting things in order. I don't know. Just giving the child the best possible start to life. And the other thing that I'm not deep in, which the more I think about it, is the baby. It's like, it's not even just about a baby, because we keep referring to the baby as the baby.
Yeah.
This baby is going to be a toddler, then it's going to be a schoolgoer, and then it's going to be a teenager, and then in its 20s, and then getting to my age, and I still feel like I got lots to learn. Yeah. So that's one thing I'm worried about. And I just want to be in the right frame of mind and the right person for when the baby's born, because I feel like I was on the journey of becoming the person I wanted to be and I hadn't completed the mission yet at this stage. So this is gonna not like make or break, but this will hopefully help and do that. But yeah, there's a few things that I'm worried about, but I'm not scared overall. Like, I've been saying this, have a baby, so
yeah. I think when you're pregnant, you have these days where you could just cry. Well, I definitely do. And sometimes I think when I was hyperventilating when I first found out, my biggest fear and worry is, am I gonna be a good enough mother for this baby? And I think that's my overall worry and concern. And I know no one is the perfect mum, but I want to be the perfect mum for my child. I want to be able to teach him, or I want to be able to have the right thing to say when they ask me questions. I don't want to be completely baffed and I'm like, right, like, I actually don't know how to answer that one. And you know what? I'm sure it happens. Yeah. I'm sure it happens. But like, I almost want to start reading different books just so I could be more educated. So when baby is here, I can provide so much knowledge and understanding that they can come to me and not be going to someone else for answers. So yeah, like, I think that was my fear when I found out, like, am I going to be the best mum? But also at the same time, sometimes I do cry and I sit there and I'm just like, I'm so grateful that God has chosen me to become a mum. Like, I know there's so many mums out there, but unfortunately, and it is sad, not everyone can become a mum. And I'm just so grateful that I feel so grateful and blessed that God has chosen me. Like, me. I can be a mum. So yeah, I think it's a mixture of emotions. Like one day I could be so happy, the next day I could be like panic mode, like I need to do the best. And
everyone's got their guesses on if they think it's gonna be a boy or girl, but we talk about that another time. I wrote mine down on the envelope.
I wrote
today.
mine. Well, I had a dream, but
I had a dream as well.
I'm not really sure. We had a dream on the same day.
But I don't always look into those sort of things, so we'll just see. Did you write yours down? I wrote mine down.
No, but I told you already.
Oh yeah.
I told everyone. Robert's doing up secret.
Yes.
But whether it's a boy or a girl, just pray that baby's healthy and happy and they're going to come into the world with so much love. I'm so excited to meet you.
Excited.
As we put out the podcast last week, we have had some feedback. And do you know what? We're very open to feedback because we were new to this. We had feedback that you would like some sort of game or some sort of, activity. So I've got some questions. We've got a few, but I feel like we're not going to get through a lot because...
Okay, cool. Let's go.
Okay. Who is the most organized?
You are.
You sure?
I'll give that to you.
Really?
What would you say?
I don't know. I think sometimes I'll just be mad disorganized.
I think you're organized practically, but not organized in the brain. I'm more organized in the brain. You're more organized on like, we got to be here at this time. Your brain is mad.
I think recently my organization has gone out the door.
Baby brain.
No, I'm not even... This is where I want to kick you in the head. It's not baby brain. I just know that there's just a lot going on right now.
Okay,
and
no sub story. What's the next question?
Who always wins the argument? Robert.
Yes, for sure.
Robert wins the argument because he'll be like, Kyra. Robert doesn't get angry. But if he's disappointed in me, he'll just be like, Kyra, I didn't like that. And like, I'm not gonna lie, it really just makes me want to cry because I'm just like, I don't really do that. You do it. You don't do it often.
Yeah.
But when you do it, because you don't do it often, it makes me upset that I've disappointed you. So yeah, more time you win the argument because when I argue, it's about foolery.
Okay, fair enough. I take that. What's the next one?
Who's the funniest?
Do you want to answer?
You answer.
Do you? Oh, ladies first.
No, because I answered the other one, so you answer.
Who's the funniest? Kyra's funny.
Who's the funniest?
Kyra's funny.
No, who's the funniest?
Let me just say Kyra. Let me see.
No, say it in a full sentence, babes.
Kyra is the funniest.
Why?
Yeah, cause I'm like a man of the house. I'm a bit serious. Like, yeah.
Sorry, why did you have to say man of the house?
I am.
Why did that have to come into play?
Am I man of the house or not?
Well, you're the only man in the house, so yeah.
But am I the man of the house?
If the baby is a boy, then I say the baby boy is
Am I the man of the house? Yes or no?
Yes.
Thank you.
But that has no correlation to being the funniest.
Okay.
Explain why.
Are you the funniest?
Yes, I am 100%.
Kyra's funny.
I've been making you laugh all the time.
Kyra makes me laugh, but I make you laugh as well. Tell the truth.
Yeah, you do, but you've learnt your humour from me.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have.
What did I do that makes you laugh?
You done a silly face the other day.
What was that?
A couple hours ago.
What was that?
No, it wasn't that. No, because if you do that, that would not make me laugh.
What was it then? What was
it? You done. I can't remember I can't remember, but it was funny.
Okay.
But that's a sort of reaction that I would do. And I think that's why I found it funny because Like, that's my sort of humor. No, but fully explain why I'm funny.
No, you're funny, day. You're funny. You make me laugh. You're funny. You're funny. You're
No,
funny.
but what
You're
about
funny.
what do I do?
You
What?
just say silly stuff. You say silly stuff. Yeah?
Okay. Should we have one more?
Yeah, one more.
Okay. Who's got the most common sense? You said
You write these questions.
no, I actually just ripped them off the internet.
Common sense.
Yeah.
Well, if you're reading Dean and Tanisha,
No, stop
when
it.
they've already been on the wedding. No, I'm joking. Common sense.
I want to say you, but sometimes
I'll be doing some crazy
you
stuff.
be doing some silly stuff.
I'll be doing some crazy stuff sometimes, to be honest.
I don't know.
No, sometimes I do be living in my own world. I don't even know if I can say me.
I don't know.
I got like common sense with certain stuff, like what?
I don't know. But then, do I have common sense?
No, we're a mess. Between the two of us, we're a
Absolute
mess.
Absolute mess. But anyways, I've been your girl, Kyra
Robert
Bruce-Konuah. Sorry.
Okay, spell it. Is that hyphenated?
I've been your girl, Kyra Bruce-Konuah.
Robert Bruce-Konuah.
And you've been listening to What's Mine Is Yours. What's Mine Is Yours. Sing it, baby.
What's mine is yours. What's mine is yours.
You coming like Shensia.
Ashensia.
Ashensia. We gonna rock up the night. If you lot saw on TikTok, you'll know the video we're talking about. But yeah, thank you for listening, guys.